I tell y'all what, I got it done. It is fully tamped in, and right here we are. Pretty much the finished product. I am wore out. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan. Today's agenda, I want to figure out somehow, some way to make something to where I can hang this chain drag to store it, so every time I get it out, it's not tangled. I think I want to have 6 to 8 inches of clearance on the bottom here between the ground. That way it'll allow for some uneven ground. All right, so right here, I've got a little under 10 there, about 9, and right at 8 there, so I'm gonna leave it there. I want to figure out where my hanging pieces need to go under here. I think I'm going to use pipe into those 6x6s. Bottom of that drawbar is 8 foot 7 inches or 103 inches. All right. So this piece of pipe, oh, come on, are you serious? 90 inches, 7.5 feet. Basically, to do exactly what I'm doing, I got two 12-foot 6x6s. It actually works out that this post, exactly 12 feet long, will work perfect for what I'm doing. Now that seems really tall, but I'm gonna bury it 43 inches. This piece is gonna be my beam and my knee braces. The beam is gonna be 6.5 feet long, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, it's gonna be 6.5 feet long, and which would be 78 inches. I'm cutting it with my skill saw at 79 inches right now, and we'll transfer it over to the miter saw for a little bit better cut. With that said, I need two roughly 32-inch pieces for knee braces, the way I drew it up. So that leaves me 32 and 32 would be 64. That leaves me almost no waste in this design. So went ahead and got that beam cut. It's this upper 6x6 here. I think the next step is gonna be chamfer these off a little bit here, just for looks. And then we'll go ahead and mount the beam onto the post. So here's the plan. This is the face of the beam where the chain drag is gonna hang, okay? And the general idea is I'm gonna take, I got a 3/4 inch by 10 inch galvanized pipe nipple. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill a hole here, embed the pipe at an angle into this beam, and this is what I'm gonna hang the drag on. Now, a 3/4 inch pipe measures 1.05 inches outside diameter, but it's got pipe threads on it. So you're looking at like 1.02 and probably a little bit less at the very edge. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a spade bit and I'm gonna drill a 1-inch hole right here, and hopefully the taper of the pipe thread and probably just a little bit of the fact I'm using a handheld drill and all, a little bit of wobble and everything will be enough that I can get this pipe into that hole. Then what I'm gonna do is I have epoxy. I've done this before, putting pipes into wood before. I have epoxy, and I'm gonna epoxy the pipe into the hole just so it can't go anywhere. So here is how I determined what angle I wanted. It was just kind of trial and error, but took my digital angle gauge and I zeroed it out on this face. And then I took my pipe, so I think I'm gonna go with 15 degrees. Took my pipe, put it where the hole's gonna be, This has a V for pipe on the bottom and it's magnetic. And then I basically tilted it up so, you know, straight would be there. And I tilted it up to what I just thought was right. I thought about going with 10. It's a little light. So I think I'm gonna go with the 15-degree hole right there. Here's my setup to get those angled holes. I got the beam here, and I've got it resting up there on some scrap wood, and I kept finagling with it until I got it exactly at 15 degrees. Now, obviously it doesn't need to be exact. I had to get my corded drill out for this because my corded drill has a bubble level in there. Wish they all had that, honestly. But I'm just going to drill down here and hold that bubble level plumb. This bubble level is making it really nice, by the way. So I'm deep enough now that it's not extracting any of the shavings. So kind of got to vacuum it out every little bit. We're almost there. I got both holes done. I did the other one off camera. I believe it was that one. Everything with that went good. I think with using that drill with the bubble level and all that, I think I got some really accurate holes. I got my piece of pipe here. I put the cap on the end, and I did use tape here, even though it's not a, you know, it's not gonna have water in it. I don't want water to get in it, so I did do that. And then I marked how far it needs to go in the beam. And I don't know if it shows up on camera, but I roughed this up right here for the epoxy. Got part A right here. Got me a nice bigger hole there. I don't use epoxy all that much. All right. We'll mix it for a minute. Timer went off. Let's go ahead and get the epoxy down in here. That's about in there, I think. I am using the Simpson strong tie connectors. This is an ACH 6Z, and it connects post to beams. This is the high capacity model, and what you actually do is you install these in pairs. So there's going to be one on the front and one on the back, and each one takes 20 2.5-inch SD screws, they call them. So I've got everything lined up where I want it. I'll throw one up here to lock everything. Alright guys, so I got those connectors on. It's my first time using those exact ones, and I actually really like them. So I got one of the knee braces cut out, and I'm getting ready to install it. And I wanted to show you, I'm also using the Simpson knee brace connectors on this too. These are KBS 1Z, and they're really nice because they go in here and you actually use two per joint. You'll use one there on the back. That is basically it for this whole entire holder here for the chain drag. Next thing I'm gonna do is dig my hole and set this thing in it. So I've got the tractor up here and I moved the hanging post into position. And actually I'm wore out right now because I've been digging this 43-inch hole for a while, and I'm beat. So, and what it was, I mainly found a hole of rocks with a little bit of soil in it. Black line here represents where I needed the ground to be, so we're right on where we need to be. All I need to do now is go ahead and get this thing packed in, and we'll pretty much be done. Tell y'all what, I got it done. It is fully tamped in, and right here we are. Pretty much the finished product. I am wore out. So, I mean, this hole was filled with rocks. That is just the ones I didn't put back in the hole, but I've never seen a hole so full of rocks before. There's only one thing left to do. Let's put this chain drag on there and see how it does. So you come in here, pick it up, and then you actually kind of tilt up, okay? And then you back the thing off. To hang it back up, it's basically the same thing, except it's just a little bit of a trick as far as how close to get to where when you tilt down, you're gonna be on those pegs. And right there we are. Set it down and back off. That is it. This is the chain Harrow hanging post. We'll see how it does over time. I'm really liking it so far. It's up here out of the way. It's not tangled up. It won't be sitting on the ground, rusting up, nothing like that. So I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out so far. I'm gonna put the tractor up and call it an evening. So anyways, we'll catch you guys on the next video. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you.